happened there? Yeah, I want to know what's going on there. Kind of black screen thing. Right! Folks, we inside. Where's that here? Who calling there now? Alright, no calling this hour. We go take calls in a little bit. Hey, folks, we inside. Rob A dub. And as usual, you could call. I give you the link from earlier. You could call. Let me talk. But we'll take it off for a little while because you know how the thing is going. I'm waiting on the other two guys. One was just on. I don't know where he disappeared. The other one was in the way in. Normal thing. And I hear that dog barking away there. I know how one. Let me see how annoying that is. Yeah, boy, that could be somewhat annoying. Wind down. Yeah. When I was, I guess so. When I was up, Valencia was a parrot. Oh Lord. When I look into go live, that is when the time when this parrot decide that he want to talk. And it's the same thing he just repeating over and over and over. Now I come loud. It is a dog. The dog right next to the studio. Oh Lord, pressure. Oh God. Well, we gotta find a way to kind of ignore he for the while and what do we think? So, folks, let me say that good night again. Big ups, and love ups to the Gael family. Thanks again for those of you joining. Hey, let me make sure my comment section on. The man who normally handled that for me, he had to run out a little bit, so I'll give him a little 2 minutes. We go get that thing sort out proper. And all from early people will start sending their comments and thing, which is nice, but I'll be able to respond to you in a little bit. So, while I'm organizing that, and them fellas getting themselves organized and ready, you know how we just do it. We start the thing off properly with the national anthem of Gael. So you don't have to stand up. You can sit down and just enjoy the song, but we'll be back.
Hey guys, so this is the actual recording. Culture Don't Close and Culture Don't Fall Out. Written by Mr. Ronald Ford and sang by yours truly.
You never know when a comedian serious or joking. The country was shocked to see Errol Beerback crying. People thought he was living a new TV episode. We cultural archives was heading in a dark hole. How we value the works of those who contribute. For my cultural expression, money can't substitute. The images will remain embedded on my mind. And for my culture, I'm reflecting all the time. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's a continuum between generations. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. That is how we just pass on tradition. To protect the archives of my people's expression. To save the soul of this great nation. Our people's culture keeps them strong and provides stimulus to carry on. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. The will of my people make the bailiff up and run. If my dreamy Patsy was a wrong and still walking, she would have the bailiff on their toes running. Just would have hit them licks in one of the episodes. Bona St. Rose would have wrecked she better get them blows. Thanks to the generosity of the people of TNT, they say the cultural works of my country. Bassy Henville must be feeling so proud of we for protecting and saving Gaia TV. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. For a few dollars you can't tell culture close up shop. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's Western TV, you want me cheer on to watch. What's wrong with seeing people on TV looking like me? You culturize my children. much room and start as a platform to perform. How we cultural legacy would have carry on. We thank Errol Fabian for standing strong and reaching out in the time of need and desperation. Thanks to the people for their contribution. Today, Gael TV on its way, building back strong. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Gael TV on its way back to the top. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Culture could only stumble, but it will never flop. From the Ganges and the Niles emerged, trust me. Calypso evolved from the brutality of slavery. The Spanish influence parang for all and we. And the English Privy Council is still with we. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Displacing the archives is a recipe for this unity. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Dang, 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 hey, hey, where you going with that? Culture don't fall out. You, hey, I pay the money. We pay with money.
Culture don't close down. Culture don't fall up. Hey.
Yeah, culture don't close. It can't close.
Right, can't close. We say, buddy? We saying?
I good. I was jumping back in the thing just now there and boom, I press the wrong thing all kind of.
Oh Lord.
Be inside now.
Yeah,
I see
man.
number 2. I know we're going on number 3.
Yeah, well, I now saw a message in the chat there. He said some deadline he pushing, trying to meet, and so he threw him off. But we go deal with that in camera, behind the scenes. We go deal with that. Yeah. But let me say good night. So let me say a big good night to my boy Alan. Unfortunately, he can't make it tonight.
Trouble and worries.
Yeah,
Trouble and worries.
Pressure on the bowlers.
I want
Good
to
night
drop
to
my
the Gael
camera.
family. Good night to Master Control, Jeline and Errol. Down inside, they handling things, making sure the signal come through and go through and travel through and sort out. You need shifting up the yeah.
Why this time is you?
Nah, yeah, good day.
That's why I just drop it on.
Barbados, Grenada, Tortola, Australia. I'd never forget when I went in the analytics and I see Australia people watching.
Yeah.
I feel nice, but I say, good man. That's what
My jersey.
Royal Knights, Caribbean family.
I had down in the bottom of a basket.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Hey, so here's what happened, guys. You have a next nice lineup for you. You have another special guest lineup tonight. We're going to talk some more stuff and stuff. But I have a little piece of bacchanal I want to raise before we get in there. Yeah. You have anything you want to address? You want to say?
No, well, boy, I just watching the scenes. I'm watching all the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm observing certain things, but I don't know where you're going. So you go and.
Yeah, let me take this call. Yeah, let me take this call. Rubber dub inside.
Rubber dub, 2 men in a tub with the next one.
Yeah, boy, he out of action tonight. He missing in action tonight. Good afternoon, my dear.
I'm alive.
That is important.
And I take my 3rd shot.
Okay, very nice. Congratulations.
Yes. So I called to tell you I am alive and I live in. Alistair, how you going? Alistair?
Again, Alistair. Oh, sorry, my bad. Talk to him again. You should hear.
Alistair, how you going?
No, I am good. How are you, man?
Like, he hearing?
Yeah, he hearing you now.
Alistair, how you going?
I am good. How are you?
He watching in space. He's still hearing. What's his face? He ain't hearing me.
No, man, he hearing
No, I can hear you. But I answer it.
Yes, she's supposed to be hearing you there.
No, I hearing you. I ain't hearing Alistair.
Serious? That's strange.
It's a pity you can't see my face to see how serious I am.
You should be.
No, I still ain't hearing him.
That's it. No, man, you should be hearing him. I'll have to fix that.
Yeah, I hearing you. But
I don't
Alistair, I
know how
hope
to
you're all right.
time.
You, I ain't hearing you.
I don't know how
But
to
he hearing
time.
me?
Yeah, he hearing you. He hearing you.
But I ain't hearing him.
I'm not sure how come.
All right.
All
I
right.
don't know. So I want to
I
hear
tried
all
to
the
time,
bacchanal you
but
have for us tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So I
All
just
right.
try to let you know that I am alive.
Thank
And
you.
tell Alan that ain't good enough. It's
All
3 million
right.
on top.
Thank you very much.
nice one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone tell
Bye
him.
bye.
All right. Nice. But I don't understand why she's not hearing you. She's supposed to be hearing
Well,
you.
make sure I'm going out. Yes, next thing
Well,
I
that's
ain't
the
going out.
thing. Now you're going out there everything. I saw my guest hearing you in the corner. They will be just chatting just now, so that means he was hearing you.
Yeah.
And everything directed to the phone line out. So that's very strange. And she hearing me. So there's no reason why she should not be hearing you. All right, let's see how we can fix that going forward. Yeah, boy, I want to raise a little piece of back and all here. So I started going through my phone and I see somebody post this thing. I said, nah, this can't be real. I listened it first. I listened to the gentleman. I listened.
Right.
I said, Jesus Christ, this for real? Oh, we post a call about it. Okay, right.
Play it.
Yeah, no, but I didn't say this was because I watched this thing. I said, this cannot be a serious video. It cannot be. And let me show you why. Let me play it, and then we'll see what I'm talking about.
Hey, Keith Rowley, look at me, Herbert Volney.
This one. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes. Yes. Oh, good. All right, let me play the whole thing.
Hey, keep Crowley.
Buy it. Listen, man. Let me play that again.
Hey, Keith Rowley, look at me, Herbert Volney. You see where I going? I'm going in the sea. Look the sea. Look the sea. See? I'm going in the sea. And there's not one damn thing that you could do about it, Keith Rowley. Okay? You are suffering the people of Trinidad and Tobago, keeping them away from the sea that has all the blessings of the Lord to deal with the COVID. You are a wicked man. I'm telling you that. But you see, you wouldn't keep me back. Fortunately for me, I'm one of those who could afford to pay to come in the seawater. And there's not one damn thing that you can do about it. So eat your heart out, Keith Christopher Rowley, you grim reaper, you mean man.
So yeah, what?
Eric,
Hello?
what is the definition of the word sea?
Just now, wait.
I don't know.
Well, I myself.
I don't even know where you're going.
That's all. So here what happened. Let me bring on the guests because I want them to weigh into on this because they have some things in this video that I want to bring out that just seriously annoying me. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we jump in, and I want to introduce to you our special guest for the night, Mr. Derwayne Cadiz. And Derwayne Cadiz is an entrepreneur. He has a business by the name of Little People Merchandising. And I like the name, and we will get into that. And there's a nice philosophy behind the name. But I wanted him to come in with this part of the discussion, so I said I'm going to bring him on early. So here's a few things that jumping out at me is just annoying. In the first place, well, of course we understand that there was a little political thing, right? Which he came in about midway of the video and actually came out with the intention of what it is, right? Keith Rowley suffering the people. You don't want people to go by the beach and enjoy the beach and whatever, nature. All right, no problem. The way the man do it, boy, that looks so childish. It's childish, but Hey, Kid Rowley, look at me. You see where I'm going? That looks so dotish and childish, boy. And there's a man who was a politician. The man was not a magistrate. The man was on the Supreme Court. He was the assistant DPP. He was a parliamentarian under the UNC. That looks so childish and petty.
I don't mean you have common sense.
Well, oh gosh, well, whoosh, well,
All,
oh God. Ah! You jumped my gun. You jumped my gun. You jumped my gun. But exactly. So you ain't care. You. Oh, sorry, Cadiz, they say you wasn't coming through. Sorry, right. I have you inside now. My bad.
Sorry.
But that's okay. That's one of the next thing too. So you look at the level of office you held. People looking up to you. And here's your statement. I could afford to pay. So me and care, do me what you want. Sending people to lock me up, no problem. I go handle court because I could afford it. So you know you're deliberately flouting the law.
But was the intention of that?
For what purpose?
Was
Yes,
the
I sense-
video made?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
had
the
to
video made?
be.
In Trinidad?
Yeah, well, that is because there's actually an investigation. An investigation was launched into this. I think today. I mean, this is
They could pull pot all of that money. They
well.
could pull some pot all of that money.
I don't see the need for investigation, because how you going and prove where he? I mean, if the Caribbean has so much beach,
Yeah.
that don't even warrant the police needing to launch an investigation to try and find out if he was in Rampanalgas or Cuckoo or wherever. When they launch an investigation, the man then make himself look like the meme they make with him already. So
I thought about putting that one saying now, boy. No. That's trouble.
but they, at the end of the day, they had their axe to grind. That loss in 2010 for them was a big thing.
Yeah, boy.
Right? And 2015, when they lost 2015.
Yeah.
And then they come and they lost 2020. So they had an axe to grind. You know, so.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
my thing, hey, good night,
Great,
Alexander
great.
Amadeus, man. Yeah, man. Good night. No, my thing is, I wasn't even on the beach thing, because again, that could be anywhere. That could literally be anywhere, even though you're hearing some other voices in the back. All right, whatever, no problem. But my thing is that you're deliberately giving the impression that you're flouting the law as a leader.
It's a signal. It's a signal too. It's a signal
what
because
for?
you want to bring social upheaval. You want other people to follow by your example.
Yeah. Let me take this call. There, guys. Rubber dub inside.
I find that is very disrespectful, and it have young people going to listen to that.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I find that is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's a big man.
Yeah, it's petty.
Yeah. And what is all right, but what about the young people who, that is not nice.
Yeah.
Not nice at all.
Yeah.
All right.
I thank you, caller. Yeah.
Thanks.
Basket don't hold water, caller.
Oh boy. But anyway, yeah. So that's my thing with that. That aspect of blatantly flouting the law. I mean, okay, it's a political thing, but what exactly are you trying to achieve by doing that? Because you're not giving the impression.
The man say he could afford it.
Because you're not giving the impression that
yeah.
You're
yeah, money, some nice hotel, you having a time.
you're not giving us the impression that as an alternative government, here's a better way of doing things. You're showing me
No,
that,
no, 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 no.
listen,
Don't know what
if
I
we
thought.
gain the power, all you could do the hell all you want. Don't worry. We ain't had to worry about it. We could break that water. That's the impression they're giving. And as the caller
Yeah.
just said, what we think is leaving to the young impressionable minds.
Correct.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
if you
And
look
then
at the politics, if you look at the kind of politics they're into,
oh
if
good.
let me take for instance, we partner in Green over across the
Yeah.
so across the sea on yes, right?
Yeah.
If you, one of the campaign slogans or what is called that? What
Yeah.
the promise, the campaign promise
Mm-hmm.
was to give everybody in Tobago $1 million. Right?
Dr.
So
Eric thing,
so
Yeah.
I think well, I should have go across this. Let me see. Because I mean you can't tell me I'm not from Tobago because I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's I come to I what you gonna give everybody $1 million? It come like it, but it, I doesn't understand the politics and then sadly enough people and them who them in and things.
Yeah.
I mean I hope I
Well,
wish them all the best. I wish them all the
yeah.
best.
Boy.
And
Um,
they could follow through with that too, you know. They could
Boy.
follow through, but it's
yeah.
who going to have $1 million in a year? Who is really going to retain that million? Because when financial intelligence is lacking, not saying that Tobagonians lack financial intelligence, but if you give people who are accustomed with a certain standard of living
Right.
additional income,
Yeah.
you know, extra liquidity that they ain't accustomed to. So it's all kind of mad thing you're going to see happening in Tobago.
Boy.
Because people, you have so much money, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Hey,
So
good
yeah,
night, Harriet. It is top time. Oh, definitely. Nice to see you on the inside.
yes, man.
Oh, but and one of the things I'm looking at with that scenario in Tobago is that for some reason they believe that they don't need to answer to anybody, and I think they need to understand the constitution a little better because at the end of the day, it was like a big local government election. I think that is like local government election in Tobago because I think they vote for they don't call them councillors like how we have councillors. They call them assemblymen, that
And
type of thing,
secretaries.
and secretaries,
Yeah.
right? But at the end of the day, you still fall under the government, which is the government of the day, right?
Central Republic of America.
So the idea should be to work towards what the people want. So I mean, you have to wait and see how this will
Well,
get them out 6 months. You'll see what it's all
well, you see, the thing, and that's one of the thing we talked about that last week. The thing about it is, that is actually one of the things they're pushing for, where they do not have to answer to Trinidad. That's why they want separation.
well,
So
they said, well, they see that's what I'm saying. They're confused because
hi,
they
Jim.
don't want secession,
No, they want that.
right?
That's the thing. Well, and here,
No, what?
go
They're
ahead, go ahead.
confused. They had Pali clarified.
Yeah,
Pali clarified the statement in a release last week where he said it's not that they want secession
yeah,
and to be away from Trinidad and to go on their own because by international standards and laws they can't because they have no backing one.
mm-hmm.
What is your backing? You have oil, you have gas, you have gold, you have diamond. What it is?
Yeah.
They don't have, right? So he said what they want is more, how to put it, full autonomy to make decisions without having
Yeah,
to have it come through the parliament. We have to, because when they reach a certain age, anything has to pass through the Senate.
right.
So they don't want that. They want we in Tobago here, we make a decision, we do we think. But
Well,
we
slush
still
fund.
on that one here because we need the money, we need
Well, you see, now this is where politics come in and where people need to think. Because I have heard Watson Dukes verbally say on several occasions, cessation.
Yeah, well,
So,
that
we
is
come
why.
with this.
That is why now. That is why the chief secretary had
Yeah,
to come and retract that statement. You understand? He had to
yeah,
come out and retract the statement because if you watch that whole play, the deputy political leader is the chief secretary. The
uh,
political leader is the deputy chief secretary.
thank you.
They're confused.
The
They're
tail
totally
wagging the dog.
confused. Yeah, they're confused. So all I see is a finger. You know what it is? You know what it is? And it has strings.
I think
That's
that
it.
thing from
That's
the
it.
Adams family.
Yeah. That's what it is. Like, these people confused. I was like, but again, we see where the people have said, look, all you're not listening to we. So if all you're not listening, we will go a different way. We go take a different road. We see it in
But then-
2010. Yeah, go ahead, do it.
No, yeah, what's the problem I have with that? All these glorified politicians that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, as soon as they come into office, the same people who put them there, they want to trample on them. Right?
Yep.
They want to disrespect them. They want to talk down to them. And these people forget that they are just employees. They're just glorified. They put into office to serve a function. And all of a
Totally
sudden,
correct.
as you get the mandate, you allow
doing your
onto
own
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's wrong. We should, in this day and age, we're in 2021 going into 2022, where all sorts of innovation and development happening all over the world. The least we should be able to get from our politicians is accountability. How we are spending money that you're taxing us with, taxing our money. How you're spending that, give an account for every dollar, right? As we were talking in the earlies before the show started. Plenty projects in Trinbago is not bill and design competent. They're only billing things to get kicked back.
We have one coming from up the islands. Let me take this one.
Run it, man, run it.
Rubber dub dub, you're inside. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Who am I talking to?
This is Rubber Dub Dub. You're speaking with Eric. Hello? Listen to us on the phone, caller. Listen to us on the phone. You'll get a delay on your TV.
Pardon?
Listen to us on the phone. Talk to us on the phone. You will get a delay on the TV.
I'm talking to you from Grenada.
Hey, lovely to have you inside.
Hi.
Welcome.
I lived in Trinidad for years,
Okay.
I don't know where it's good.
and I've got family in Trinidad.
All right, lovely. Nice
Excellent.
one.
East, west, north, south.
Yes. How Grenada going these days?
In Grenada,
How you all coping with the whole COVID scene up there?
well, I'm staying indoors.
Lovely.
Staying indoors. Nice.
Yep.
Safe and sound.
Yep.
That's
Yes,
Correct.
I'm
as well.
following protocol.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Who am I
right, Paula.
talking to? Which one?
This is Eric.
You?
This is Eric.
Huh?
Eric and Alistair.
Eric?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I won't be too long because I haven't got a lot of credit.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. Thanks for
So
calling.
I'll talk
Well,
to you.
in future caller, you can call the same number via WhatsApp to her
What's up?
to save your credit, right? So the same number, just save it, and you could call using WhatsApp.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
have WhatsApp.
Nice, man. And you could, so you had to worry about credit and stuff, just talk. Yeah.
All right. Next time I'll call you on WhatsApp.
Nice, lovely. All right, thanks for
Okay.
calling. Take care.
Thanks for calling, man. Of the island. Love,
Yes,
love, love.
man.
City of the island,
The
man.
house, that's what we're talking
We're
about.
in the
So
house.
accountability, fellas. Accountability. We need that.
Yeah,
Need plenty of that, yes?
Too much, boy.
We lacking plenty of accountability in this place.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go, guys. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we'll come into the man himself, the man of the hour, Dr. Cadiz, and let me get into find out some more about the business and stuff.
You get honorary rubber doctor.
Yeah, man. Patricia.
I've taken that.
Good evening, gentlemen. Bam, 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 bam. 3 men on that. Yeah, we still have 3 men tonight. We have our next foreign caller. Let me take this one. Rubber Dub Dub, St. Lucia inside.
Hey, boy, Rubber Dub Dub.
Yes.
Well, you get me. You get that time of thing fast, boy. Good night.
Good night.
I realize you're starting no topic.
Yeah.
So how is everything?
We good, man. We good. How things with you?
All right, I want to ask a question. Trinidad Carnival next year?
Well, the talk is they want to have something, a scale down something for the vaccinated only.
Yeah, but I just see me happening in St. Lucia. The minister already shot back. They already named it already vaccination a mass.
Okay.
Maximus.
So I say, well, let me call Rubber Dub Dub. I don't know if they have mass down the road.
Well, boy, we go see how that goes. You know, we still have a couple months away, so.
Yeah, but a couple months away. I mean, you know how much about it is end of February, right?
Yeah.
The end of February.
Yeah.
Well, St. Lucia is the second week in July, so it's some more time.
Yeah, some time. Yeah.
I was here.
Well, let me ask you a question. Uncle Errol, they still have t-shirts? I don't have a guy t-shirt yet, you know.
I'll have to read. What's Gail's office number? His studio number? You know, what's his studio number, Alistair? You know?
No, well, they still have, but I'll call Uncle Errol and
call him. Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
And all the best for the season.
Thank you. Same to you.
I realize you come around, so what you do is just collect a drink on the wall.
Yeah. Drink and go.
Well, in St. Lucia, what we have there, we have curfew the 5 o'clock on the holidays. The Monday holiday, the Monday holiday after Christmas is 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So you can only do things before 5.
Okay.
And the Sunday night, the Christmas day, I think the curfew starts at either 5 or 10.
Okay.
But besides that, we're hanging in there.
All right. Cool, man. Take care.
I'll say all the best.
Thank you. Same to you.
I'll say again, Rubber Dub Dub.
Yeah.
Rubber Dub Dub.
All right, my brother. Yeah.
You have a next one?
Yeah. Oof. Right. Yeah, I missed that one. All right, so let me take a quick break there and we come back and do some stuff.
And we
Girl, let me see me in the place one touch me. See me in the place one touch me. Girl, you're about when them friends touch me. Can't believe until I them get touch me. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear Cadbury sponsor me all night. No girl get weak in the knees. My flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. She said take control like you belong. rough it up like when the cops stop. Afraid that I make it to now I slow down. And she said, increase the speed up and I cruise down. She said she never feel the same.
Welcome to your one-stop shop for all your vocal acting, audio advertising, and production needs. KV Voiceover Production Services takes care of all voicing requirements and are equipped to supply the right voice for all your advertisements, narrations, and audio voicing for virtual and live events. You can visit us online at www.kvvoice.com or contact us at 493-5387 or email at kvvpro1@gmail.com. KV Voiceover Production Services. We've got the voice to make things happen.
Yes. So that was we had Grenada, we had St. Lucia, we had Trini started it off, calling in for the night. Barbados call in, Tortola, you had to call in, they had to call in.
Let's call in.
Colorado, Canada, you had to call in.
Australia, England.
Yeah, we like to chat with all, you know what I mean? So yeah. So let me get into some talk here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Derwayne Cadiz. And for those of you who want to reach out to him, so he has a business called Little People Merchandising. No, first thing I want to get into. Yeah. First thing I want to get into is that Mr. Cadiz is gainfully employed. He has a full-time, whether it's 8 to 4, 9 to 5, you know what I mean? He has a full-time day job. But he still decided, listen, I need to get into my business. So, in your day job, Cadiz, what is this you do in your day job? Good.
Several brokerage houses.
My bad.
And that has been
just sorry, I had the audio off. Just say again what it is you do. You said for the last 27 years and
Yeah, so I've been in the field of custom brokerage in the private sector in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 27 years. I've worked with several brokerage houses and several companies in private enterprise here in Sweet TNT.
Yeah, for a novice like me, what really is customs brokerage?
Customs brokerage is a lucrative service sector where individuals qualify themselves in levels such as grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and custom brokerage, also board and clerk. And they deal with matters of international trade in relation to the entering and clearing of goods, ships, aircrafts, cargo, as big as rigs, oil rigs, and as small as a pencil. So we qualified ourselves in matters of international trade.
Yeah.
And we represent different organizations. Custom brokers are unlimited in their capacity to represent any amount of clientele, whereas custom clerks who are on their way up to the broker stage are limited to represent either the broker or they represent a particular entity one at a time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
So it's very lucrative.
I do some business outside, and I buy a motorcycle from a company outside. And I want that in Trinidad. It's my motor. I want to get it in Trinidad.
Yes, sir.
Just in a nutshell, how do you play a part in that whole process?
All right.
What part do you play?
So, based on your transaction, if I were representing a broker and you would have come to that brokerage house seeking advice to be able to land and register your motorcycle, I would advise you in matters of trade pertaining to the motorcycle, in matters of taxation in terms of what taxes would that motor vehicle attract, and documents will have to be prepared. If it is that you've never imported in anything into Trinidad and Tobago, you would then have to be registered for importation and exportation, all of which is a precursor to you getting facilitated, by a custom broker right here. So there are prerequisites that have to be taken care of, and of course then documentation and clearance and subsequent registration of a motorcycle. So it's a process. A lot of people are familiar with it. A lot of people are unfamiliar with it, but we are qualified um, representatives offering a service.
Is it a tough process or something? Is it very simple? It might take time, but it may not necessarily be mentally stressful or something. Or is it a very stressful process?
It can be. The environment now has a different element of stress where we are interfacing with different platforms, and we are interfacing now with different service providers within our industry on different various online platforms, namely one, the ASICUDA, that's the automated systems for customs data. So that is the major interface with us and the government of Trinidad and Tobago and their agents, which are the Customs and Excise Division officers. And then we have TT BizLink, where we interface with other agencies like the Ministry of Trade, Bureau of Standards, Food and Drugs, Plant Quarantine, Port Health, etc. It's very intensive.
Yeah, but I go stick to my mic and my computer and my camera and them kind of. But you see, now hearing you explain that, now somebody like me, I don't know about other people. I will have a different level of respect and appreciation for you, and a better understanding of the value that you bring, because which is the next thing. Because what kind of figures, I don't know. I know, of course, it won't be a ballpark thing. There'll be a number of varying factors. But give us a sense. Let's deal with the same motorbike. Let's say it's a 600cc motorbike, right? That probably cost me about, let's call it a rough figure, let's say the equivalent of about 40,000 TT. And that's what it would have cost me to buy. And I'm shipping it from place right there, which most of us are accustomed to, Miami. I'm shipping from Miami to Trinidad. What kind of figures we might be talking about there?
All right, I could only give you a fictitious figure based on the fact that we're doing some role play. So one of the fundamental things that most importers in terms of individuals misunderstand or misinterpret when it comes to importation and Trinidad and Tobago, they would only factor in the cost of the item that they purchase. Meaning, let's say, for instance, you give an example, it's like $40,000, let's say 40,000 US. I don't know if it's US or TT.
No, TT.
TT. All right. Yeah. So overall, it costs 40,000 TT. However, a certain percentage of that was the actual cost of the unit. And then you would have paid international freight to have your item shipped from Miami to Trinidad.
All right, no, well, that's it. We ain't really talking. What the 40,000 was just the cost of the item. So we now have to add, which I appreciate that, we now have to add to that shipping from Miami to here, the different duties, whatever. And then on top of that, your cost. But apart from just your cost, where in that chain do you start? And your cost starts to add up from here, come down the road. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
Well, from the inception, it's always good to get proper advice, especially when doing anything in terms of importation into Trinidad and Tobago. It's always best to seek professional advice. In our field, and for all the custom clerks around the Caribbean and in Trinidad and Tobago looking on, we know that we aren't valued to the tune that we bring value. In our fraternity, we study long and hard. We have enough experience, more than 10,000 hours in dealing with matters and dealing with officers and dealing with agencies over the years. And a lot of persons take what we do for granted. However, it's a course of qualified studies, right? And it's internationally recognized because we can be able to understand other systems and go out there and possibly integrate ourselves into those systems. Of course, we'll have to get our transcripts approved and possibly go through their system to acclimatize ourselves with it. But once we understand international trade and then we understand the locality of where we operate, it's an easy transition for us, because trade globally has a standard, it has a benchmark, practices, and fundamentals to follow. So we will thrive anywhere we go.
I like when you say that. is how easy is it to get into that field?
It's considerably easy. I think now the pre-qualifications might be about 7 CXCs. A certificate of good character is still essential in the process because we want the persons coming into the fraternity to be upstanding citizens who, in right order, especially with the law and with the conduct of their duties, because remember, it's a field that deals with commerce. We deal with the banks on a daily basis. We deal with different institutions, and so the propensity for impropriety and other misgivings to happen is highly probable. So we want persons with high character to come into our field and to really add value.
Cool. Well, I see Alistair back inside.
Yes.
Yeah, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. We hearing you good.
Yes, sir.
You should be hearing me all right. All right. Who? Hey, give me
We lost you for a little bit there, Alistair.
Yeah.
You're looking good, but we ain't hearing him.
Where audio gone? Your audio gone. I hear we hear say gentlemen just now and then.
I know.
Right. Okay, nice.
Nice. Back up.
All right. That weird because the mic actually off on my laptop here.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, but it working.
It working. We hear you.
It working. Let me laugh it. So. Yeah. No, this phone, my hand's so big. So when I was going to open back the mic, my finger gone on the end button instead, yes.
And shut down
shut down the whole thing, boy. Bacchanal in it. Oh gosh.
I tell you. Alright, I had to respect you, boy. Serious. Because I do like headache, but I can't love it.
That's life. We get paid to solve problems.
Well, true.
And that's what most people need to understand. Whether
that is the custom brokers.
Yes, sir.
That what is get paid to do. To solve problems.
Yeah, because that's a problem
there. We along with other service industries. That's what we pay to do. We pay to solve problems. To make them go away.
Yeah, boy.
To advise our clients properly, so that they don't get caught up, they don't get fined by the government, that they don't pay excess money that they ought not to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do our job with a level of professionalism and efficiency, due diligence, then
but let me ask something here now. Miss Customs, a custom broker. Is it that you work for a company or you work for the government? I don't know if you would have mentioned before.
Yeah, but I'll elaborate. That's not a problem. So a custom broker is an individual, right?
Right.
He's an individual who would have qualified himself in study of international trade. And because he attained that level now, he is one who can act on behalf of numerous persons as it relates to the entering and clearing of goods here in Trinidad and Tobago. So he's not limited in his scope to do work for anybody. However, the tier or the chain going up to custom broker, you are bound or you are pegged to a broker and you're under his supervision, or other custom clerks, you're under their supervision until you attain that rank. And the way we do it here in Trinidad and Tobago is that we sit a series of exams from grade 1 to custom broker. And once
Right.
they're successful, that is the top of the food chain as custom broker. So that's the pinnacle of success in our career.
All right. But you said a customs clerk. Customs clerk as being working with the what we call our customs in Trinidad. What is it called? Customs what? Authority what?
Customs, all right. So right now, there is, I'm going to break it down like this. There's the public sector and the private sector.
Right.
Customs clerks are representatives of organizations, right? Some of them don't work under the supervision of a custom broker because they would have attained a certain level that allows them to give advice to their particular company in which they work for.
Right.
So they can work for that company, but that company only, right? So that's the difference between the custom clerk and the broker. The broker is unlimited in terms of who he can represent at any given time, whereby the custom clerk is restricted to one
business.
Yes,
particular
one
business.
organization. Yes.
So what I'm trying to connect, some dots here because it's very interesting, and I didn't know that you were a custom broker.
Oh, I'm not a broker yet.
Well, a customs clerk, sorry, a clerk. Well, let's see. So I see in the future.
Thank you, sir.
I'm trying to make the connection between the customs clerk, the broker, and the public sector. Where do you all fall in within the public sector? All right, there's airport authorities, port authority, right? This is where most of our trade, after whatever happens online, it comes in there. And I know, between that you all are like the bridge between the international and local, getting your stuff, selling your stuff, however you want to back and forth, that kind of thing. Because we hear people talk about customs, right? And people like to say one of the biggest rip-off in this country is customs.
All right.
Right? So let's differentiate for the viewing public as to that difference, as how you would explain it, seeing as you are in the system and you would know best.
All right,
not a problem.
Before you answer, please remember these things. We want to differentiate, but we have a 10 o'clock commitment, and if we stick, people are calling and
let me take it.
We all kind of thing. So
yeah, we have to do that. I didn't realize it's 10 o'clock. So
So
we'll do that first, and you'll think about it in the meantime. So you can give us the best answer possible.
Politically correct.
Yes. So we'll take the CCC. Eric, take it away. Let them know who's the what.
Yeah, folks. So CCC, this is your time to dance. Courtesy the Caribbean Calypso community. And this is one from Champion of Champions, the man himself, the Black Stallion.
Grenada, the black man, thank you. Grenada, you teach me my biggest lesson. worry. But listen to the lessons Grenadian teach me.
Alright, so here's what. That is the wrong track. I don't know how that happened. But that is how it is on TV. Sometimes these things happen. So let me give you the correct tune now. Black Stallion.
Tonight we want to turn the hands of the clock back down. We want to say that everybody keep telling we pay with tax, things going to be better. Pay your tax, things going to be better. And we keep paying tax and we suffering and we suffering and we suffering. Put your best voices together and help us. This one. Better days are coming and they coming and they coming and they coming. Better days are coming. Children, stop your crying. Better days are coming. I don't want to hear that same song again. If I hear the same song, I might go insane. Because it's that small, the same thing I hear. That's how we have a better day coming. But anyhow that I look around, I see the whole world heading for destruction. People committing crimes and for the escape. See they're doing all that for the children. Better days are coming. He coming and he coming and he coming and I'm waiting. Better days are coming. The children dying. Children, stop you. What I say? Better. Sit down and wait and dare. For schools and 90 for bombs. 8 million for house and 60 for guns. That is the type of budget we're making. To get ready for this better days we're coming. 18-year-old joining up military to kill 18-year-old that they never see. That is the type of preparation it takes to live in this beautiful province. Better days are coming. They coming and they coming and they coming and they coming. Better days are coming. I'm waiting. Dying. Better days. Sit down and wait, it's coming. Bus workers on strike, all workers down tools. So your children can get bus or go to school. The electric people cannot agree. So don't like for your child to cram for GC. 18-year-old joining up military to kill 18-year-old that they never see. That is the type of preparation it takes to live in this beautiful province. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Children, stop your crying. Better days are coming. If a better world is their sole intention, I don't want it in words, I want it in action. My son must live in fear and no madman who could take up no gun and cause no destruction. Remember when you come cool and suckling would be revealed unto faith and suckling. Keep on lying and doing you do. One day the truth go pick up with you. Better days are coming. I'm waiting. Children, stop your crying. Well, leader say, what you say? You wait, it's coming.
Yeah,
Wait
man.
and
Man
Better
dead.
himself.
days are coming.
Better
Wait day and
days.
dead. I tell you. Emperor, that was real trouble.
Oh,
Hey, man, singing reality tune, you know.
Yeah.
Reality tune.
Wait, and it's always wait and dead. Wait day and
Yeah.
dead. That's serious
Yep.
thing. We still waiting for them better days. We can't even get water for a good 2 days. Sir.
yeah, boy.
Empowerment. We had to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
within,
yeah.
man. We had to look within, you know.
All the time.
But nevertheless, we getting back to the topic at hand. The topic at hand. Because to me, I still a little confused about the thing because I need to make that connection to find out because it's good to know who is the customs people that robbing you.
Oh, God. Yeah,
No,
for the
but
record,
yes, before you go there, look at this comment. A classic by the black man. But here's what she say: many of us have no clue how the customs service goes. Great discussion.
Yeah.
Well, that is what we're trying to find
Thank
out
you, Harriet.
tonight. Thanks,
Yeah.
Harriet.
Not that, but
You
that's
know,
true.
Because that is what I'm saying. Because I still trying to figure out because customs. That's why I asked if there's an authority, like how there's airport authority, port authority. Is there customs authority or anything of this sort in this country?
But remember, you have the customs and excise division. You know?
Right, that is the name of
Customs
that
and
is the
Excise
name.
Division.
Yes. Customs and X. I was trying to remember the name all the time.
Yeah.
These people
Yeah,
on in the
you must remember, man. Customs
Yes.
boys fat. You know, you can forget
Right.
customs boys fat.
Oh gosh, yeah boy. Jacko. Anyway. So let me hear the link because customs have a lot of power that a lot of people don't know about in this country. As simple as you not having a receipt for something in your home. They have within their power and their rights to actually take that item confiscated until you can show proof.
You gotta bring customs people to talk this talk now.
Yeah. So, but now we'll get the differentiation now between the customs broker, because I always thought the customs broker would work for that same customs and excise division, but now I'm hearing something totally out the ballpark.
Now you're hearing the truth, what it is.
Well. Let me turn it over now to the goodly gentleman here, Mr. Cadiz, and he will explain to all of us the 70-something thousand people that lock on to Robert Abdul on a nightly basis.
Well, good night to the callers once more. So to bring clarity to the situation, right? So as you were mentioning before, it's the Customs and Excise Division, and that's the arm of the Ministry of Finance, and it's headed by the Comptroller of Customs and Excise, who is the head of all the customs officers. And essentially, what they are and the function they perform is that of revenue collectors. So there was a tax collector in the Bible. So customs officers are akin to revenue collectors on behalf of the government. Correct. Right? So that's their job. So most of the money that is gathered in terms of international trade, everything coming into Trinidad and Tobago attracts either import duty, VAT, motor vehicle tax, some sort of surcharge, right? So those persons are given the responsibility of making sure that the correct amount of taxes are collected by the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right? So big respect to all the customs officers out there. I know this is barrel season and a lot of them you know, why you have to pay so much?
Yeah.
Right? So these guys perform their civic duty by collecting the revenue and depositing it into the treasury of Trinidad and Tobago. so that the people who are given the responsibility of managing our resources, it's put there. If it's being put to proper use, there's a different conversation, right? Because see men going around with vans and filling potholes, and them fellas are working ministerial work. So that's a whole different kettle of fish there, right? But that's the function of the Customs and Excise Division. They
Right.
collect revenue on behalf of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. They enforce laws in relation to imported goods. There are certain items. One of the major misconceptions in the public domain is that they can adorn camouflage attire, whether it be pink, black, blue, red, yellow. No, folks, that is in contravention of the customs laws. They can take those pants, that top off of you, right, at any given time. So please conform, right? Don't be caught with camouflage.
Yeah. Don't give me a volley. Don't give me a volley. Confirm.
Oh God, oh God, oh gosh.
Act your wage, act your wage.
Don't be a what? Don't be a what? A donko? Don't be a what?
Yeah.
A doinka doink. No, but you said.
Go ahead, Alistair. Go ahead.
Yeah, before Eric Lambley here with some drama there.
No.
You said something there that I think that was the key. The key in the opening part. In the opening part of the explanation, where you said oh gosh.
Revenue collectors.
Right, and they determine the price, something along that line of.
Okay, all right.
In the
imported,
early.
all imported goods.
Yes.
Have a particular.
That's right. You'll get some questions tonight, You'll get some questions. Let me
take this call. Grenada, you inside Rubber Dub Dub.
Rubber Dub Dub.
Yes.
Rubber Dub
Yes, sir. Yes, man. Yeah. Okay. Cadiz.
All right, the caller's paying attention, brother.
Yes, we hear you.
Sir.
Right. You asked the gentleman a question about the motorcycle that cost you $40,000 $50, but I didn't get the answer. I didn't get the breakdown how the charges go. I would like to answer your question.
All right. Good one.
Thank you.
Observation, man. Observation. Thank you, caller. Yeah.
So we'll jump back. We'll answer the question. We don't want him to lose his trend of thought on the diversification of the difference between the custom broker, the Customs and Excise Division. Right? So go ahead.
Yeah, so essentially that is the responsibility of the Customs and Excise Division to collect the correct amount of revenue and to enforce laws and statutes regarding imported and exported goods.
Right.
On our side now, the private sector, what our responsibility to do is that we have to present proper documentation to the Customs and Excise Division in relation to goods being imported or exported. Make sure that the classification is right. Make sure that all the statistical data is correct. Make sure that all the protocols are followed in respect to goods that are under concession. Right? For instance, there are goods that are may be imported into the country under the manufacturing sector. They have concession. Right? And so those goods will be treated differently from a normal importation. Right? So concessional goods are goods which are granted exemptions on, let's say, for instance, import duty, because they are in the manufacturing sector, and because they are in the manufacturing sector, they will get privileges to import machinery for the processing of whatever they do. Now, it's concessional goods, but mind you, it can't be disposed of just like that. There has to be accountability, because remember, the government would have allowed them to import these items to perform a function. However, if they are doing something illegal or outside the criteria of what they're supposed to, there are implications involved, which could include seizure, forfeiture, and fines. So it's very important that you get proper advice when you're getting into business and importation and exportation. There are a lot of gray areas that you need proper advice on. So before you get into a position where you have to end up paying the government fines and forfeiting your goods, get proper advice. And that's where we come into it.
All right. So
Nice.
So let me get back to, because some other stuff we want to get into with your merchandising thing, but I want to get back to the Grenadier guy called just now. And I had to be fair to, I'll let it slip. I'll let it slip because
Yeah.
But really, we want to know, we want to have a sense of what are those some of additional costs. Of course, we understand it won't be correct. When I say correct, it won't be exact.
Yeah, precise.
Right, so we understand that. But just at general, so I bought the item, it cost me the equivalent of a 40 TT. Now I have to pay to ship it. So the question is two parts of the question. At what point do you come in the chain? And then what might your average overall fees be for that service?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So our fees are calculated based on the transactional value, right? Some might know it as the CIF, which is an acronym for cost, insurance, and freight. And that's the overall value of the transaction. So we work for a percentage.
Yeah.
Brokers, that is, work for a percentage, right? So it's a scale already set and designed by the Customs Brokers Board of Trinidad and Tobago. We have a code of ethics and conduct that we have to follow, the Customs Clerk and Brokers Act, that we are bound to in terms of the operation of our duties. So anytime we step out of those parameters, the redress for us could be severe, up to the point of losing your license and your ability to earn, So it's serious business when it comes to our career. Misconduct is frowned upon at the highest level because, as I said before, it's business we're into. We are dealing with banks, we're dealing with money in a big way. And so there has to be a level of accountability. And of course, this is Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff has happened to individuals. For instance, the organization that I work for, we are one of the major vehicle importers in Trinidad and Tobago. And from time to time, we are out there conducting our work, and you would see individuals come and hang at the port gates and look on as they probably see their vehicle in the distance. But because some smart man initiated a process and, took their money, left them high and dry, no details, no information, no documents, it's important to link with people of integrity. It's important to seek out the right information because a lot of people get into things uninformed. And it's only when it reaches the tail end, when the vehicle, or they're expecting a vehicle to come to Trinidad and no vehicle ever came. There are chains, there are protocols to follow, and people who aren't informed are usually taken advantage of. So I will always urge John Public to get informed, inquire, seek out information. Right? Especially in terms of whatever transaction that you want to get done. So you were asking, what point do I get involved?
Yeah.
I can get involved from the inception, from the very thought, hey, kiddies, I think I want to buy a bike here. And I can start to advise it from there, in terms of freight forwarders, some of which might be able to be a good freight rate.
That initial piece of advice, is there a cost attached to that? Or that is free advice?
It's free advice for me for now.
Okay.
But consultation, I mean,
why is so?
People, people appreciate doctors. People respect doctors. They
Yeah.
respect lawyers. But a person like us, persons like us in our fraternity, we are given scant courtesy, although we are knowledgeable in matters relating to international trade law and
Yeah.
importation and exportation. So
You
our
see,
time is taken for granted.
and you see, this is what I'm trying to get at, because some people feel is just, you
The hustle.
you swipe your credit card, or you jump on Amazon or wherever, you order something, it costs whatever amount, and you just go by your skybox and pick it up. But then, depending on the value and other specifications, somebody like you have to come in the mix. Otherwise, it might take me 2-3 years before I can end up getting that. So as you say, I am paying you to solve a problem for me, because that is headache that I ain't had time to deal with. So, so let's be fictitious. So the item cost me 40 grand. Let's say it costs about 6 in shipping. So now we at 46, because you're talking CIF. Right. So at 46 grand to buy it, to ship. What kind of duties based on the category I might now have to pay?
So based on the category of the commodity, a motorbike, a motorcycle would be considered to be a goods vehicle, although it's a passenger vehicle.
Well, look, I never knew. I would never think that.
A motorbike,
a goods vehicle,
categorized as being a goods
vehicle. That is an eye opener.
Now,
it could be.
And you see, Mr. Cadiz, this is where I was waiting there, because that statement and the one you make earlier on, correct revenue collection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I not here, though, just to be clear.
No, I'm just showing that in the summary of what the Customs and Excise Division does in conjunction with the brokers and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They are to give correct revenue collection. Right? That's what they go ahead.
You have to collect the correct revenue.
Collect the correct revenue collection. Right. But now you're saying
our side, we have to ensure that we make our customers
the necessary
right,
and then they will pay the correct amount. Good. So the issue is not really on your side. Don't worry. The issue is not on your side. The issue is on the side that the fact you class a motorbike as a goods vehicle, but then you come in to collect the correct revenue pattern. So them two things right there, that is like a quadrilateral equation. You know, it's a quadrilateral equation. That is one of the longest equations it probably have in the world. Hey, start with X and you must be finishing with A.
Hey, Antigua, Barbuda inside.
Antigua. What?
Antigua and Barbuda, rubber inside.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
You're giving me a headache.
Oh, Lord.
I would like my question answered. When friends or relatives send packages, clothing, shoes, foodstuffs, whatever, the customs officers fully well know that they are very cheap, coming from Canada or the U.S., even the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Why is it the customs officers have got to put on high taxes on these items just to get revenue for the government, which sometimes we do not benefit from? Why is it? Even, like for refrigerators, stoves and so on, they're cheap, coming from Puerto Rico, Miami and so on. And why is it you're going to, if a fridge costs 1,000 US, you're going to, the equivalent might be 2,600, whatever. You're going to be doubling it or 3 times the amount. Why is it it's done when the poor people are not benefiting from the taxes from the customs department. So I'd like to know why is it the customs duties, taxes are so high. I listen off here. Nice program, but this customs tax is giving me a headache. Rubber dub dub. Pleasant evening, pleasant evening.
Nice.
Thank you, caller. Pleasant evening to you. Take care.
So callers, viewers, I just wanna let me just say to the viewers, the gentleman, our guest, remember he's not a customs officer, right? Earlier on he would have explained the differentiation, if there is such a word, between the customs officer and the customs broker. So we understand what the customs broker does. He works with he is given to work with from the customs authority or the customs exercise division, right? So don't jam him too much. Take it.
Let me take this one local. Rubber dub dub.
Hi, good night, guys.
Good night.
As usual, I'm enjoying your show.
Appreciate it, love you.
Thank you.
Right, but I want to hear about the guy businessman. We enrich the little people merchandise.
We try to move fast.
Let
so
me
we
talk
can
about that now.
Nice, I hear you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
We'll talk about it. I mean, a lot of the questions Derwayne wouldn't be able to answer because he is not a customs officer. And now I understand the difference between a customs officer and a customs broker, right? So the hard questions, maybe he may have his own opinion of it, which is his right? But to me, the class of motorbike as a goods vehicle, that is a shocking thing.
Antigua, look at Antigua. Come. All right, let me take Antigua, Bobby, good night again.
Hello, I must call back and to your guest. I humbly apologize. Apologize to your guest. I really thought he was a custom officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Program.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Are you smiling away? Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes. I have to.
Trinidad in the house now.
Trinidad in the house.
Rubber dub inside.
Hi, pleasant good night. Good night, Mr. Derwayne Cadiz. This is Derwayne. As a member of the fraternity in which Derwayne is in, I am listening attentively to your program.
Yes.
I must say, we coined ourselves as trade lawyers because there is a balance effect where the officers do the enforcement and the clerks actually, or the brokers, actually the one who actually doing the job. You know, we are learned on all spheres. How an officer will move for 3 months or 4 months in that area. We must master every single area in maritime law.
Correct.
Every single area. So I will believe that we are much better in knowledge.
Yeah, we have to. We have to do the job.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you to have you to actually bring our fraternity to the forefront.
Yes.
Get
And he's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Well overdue in this fraternity. Great job doing. And thank you for enjoying your show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I see we have Andy 2 cents said, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Cadiz, for giving a quite comprehensive explanation of what customs brokers do. I know you can't speak for customs officers while you both work together. You have given a good account of yourself. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was important to let the viewers know because if we bring a customer officer on this show, oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I have to look for
listen,
one.
I have many good officer friends. Right, I want to big up Andy Mendez. One in particular today birthday, so big up Andy. Happy birthday, Andy. And
love, yes.
Yes, I love same way, man. Same way.
All right, so here what? Because Grenada will call back. I know that.
Yeah,
this was
we need to fix this. So we bought the item for 40 grand. We paid 6 grand to ship it in. Right? So all along the way, you've been advising me, so you could put a little something for that. Now you have to now take over, do the paperwork, do what is necessary to finally get the item in my hand. What could that cost me in terms of paying you in a nutshell? Let's take this one quick here. Robert Dub inside.
Hey man, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Very good program.
Thank you very
Excellent.
much.
Thank you very much.
This guy, I think he set a good standard for Robert Dub for this year.
Thank you.
Well, going into the new year.
Thank you.
Very, very educational.
Yeah.
And I take his personal number there already because I will be calling him for some more information.
Nice.
Yeah, that we talking about.
Alvarez and Mr. DJ, and we missing the other guy.
Alan.
Mr. DJ.
I enjoyed all it get together online. It was nice. And
nice.
For 2020.
Thank you.
Nice, man.
Okay, Paula. Thank you, man. Blessings.
Thanks.
Hey, this bike, Eric, and
yes,
right.
Yeah, boy, do it, boy.
Okay,
fix that.
Right. So we're taking control of this transaction, right?
Right.
So the motorcycle will attract some type of import duty,
right?
Motor vehicle tax, and VAT.
Right.
All right. Now, because of the criteria and because of the type of commodity involved, this transaction now has to, when it's finished at customs, go to licensing office. So because there has to be an official record and documentation where the taxes were paid. And now you're moving afterwards to licensing to have it registered. And licensing will want to see evidence of where the taxes would have been paid on this particular motorcycle in order for it to get registered. So one system feeds into the next, right? So this is where documentation would be prepared by the broker to clear the motorcycle. You as the importer would pay your relevant taxes, and then you know the onus would be on you to take your documentation along with your motorcycle to have it registered at licensing authority. All right, so I summarize it there. I didn't go into detail as far as the tax regime for the motorcycle, how much percentage, and what's the rate of the motor vehicle tax and the VAT, etc. For the caller from Antigua, I have been doing some research since I came into the sphere of cryptocurrency and financial education for the last 4 years. And understanding that the taxation system in itself is theft of the taxpayer, right? And John Maynard Keynes attested that, and he's one of the forefathers of economics.
Yeah.
But with more research and looking into issues like that, callers, you are going to see where we are involved in a monetary system that is not designed by us, but we participate in it. Whether you are from Antigua, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, Bermuda, Australia, you participate in this global Ponzi scheme that is fiat currency, and other people benefit from the value. But that's for a whole other program. But
Yeah.
I think we need to, because I really wanted, we lose a lot of, well, not lose, but a lot of time is going, but I really wanted to talk about the merchandising aspect of it, because watch this. Because this is an item I bought from Mr. Cadiz.
Yeah.
You understand? Nice thing.
Yeah, man.
Sanitize the place.
But I thought it's fire flame coming out from the thing.
There's a little light. Yeah, sir, but this item I bought from the business, you know what I'm saying? This is another item I bought recently. You know, now I'm looking for a mask like this. Let me put it on quick.
No strings attached.
Yeah.
Ease up the airs, man.
Yeah, boy, I get one like that.
You understand? It's long time I looking for a mask like this. This thing
but I make one of that for myself, brother.
Well, that is okay, but I like his own. I like Sorry. So let me talk about this side of the business. So the brokerage, that is also a service that you offer. So it's not like it's something else out of the way, right? But we want to talk now on the product side of things, because Folks, I recently bought some stuff from the gentleman. I bought some trousers. The man has sportswear. The man has some items. You know, he have
We buy
again
trousers. We buy trousers.
pants
What
by
that?
pants by
You buy pants. Well, tell me
why
you buy
so much
pants. You buy trouser. What trouser?
trousers.
You trouser?
You understand?
You
So
can
Kedis,
go to and tell me what trouser.
nah, I could go here and talk that. Forget it.
See, boy.
Yeah. So Kedis, tell us
So-
what you have. What you have as on this side of the business.
Little people merchandise. Let's go.
Yeah. Right. So that's the name of my business, and I'm registered on the Deal Shaker platform only thus far. I haven't visited the Ministry of Legal Affairs. I have it registered in Trinidad and Tobago as yet, because I have the ability to do so on the Deal Shaker platform. That is, do business as an individual, and I can resell items on the platform and receive payments in both cash and cryptocurrency in terms of the ones from the one ecosystem.
All right. Go ahead, man. You're going good. Go
Cool.
ahead.
So I know that a lot of people are now beginning to see cryptocurrency showcased on mainstream television and on the internet, on Facebook and on other social media platforms. But I've been involved in it for the last 4 years with the one ecosystem, and they have taught me about the true nature of cryptocurrency. And the true nature of cryptocurrency is to be a usable commodity, a medium of exchange for day-to-day purchases. So you want to buy a newspaper to read, you want to get some juice, you have a caller.
Yeah. Rubber Dub Dub, you inside?
Rubber Dub inside.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
To all three gentlemen. Let me ask you something. So if we need any of the stuff that you advertise in there or whatever, could we call you at that number 47089859?
Yes, ma'am, you can call me
Hello?
at that number. Yes, you can call me at that number.
Okay. And once we get a family, we get a discount.
Family. Kyle family. Well, I appreciate the support. Let's put it that way. I appreciate the support.
Family price, guy.
Yeah, family price, you know, that's serious thing, you know.
Yes,
So what are some of the
yeah,
items? What are some of the items that you have?
Right. So what I've done is that I had a small savings, and in a bid to meet the needs of our community locally, I decided to go bargain hunting. So I went looking for bargains, and I found bargains out there in the public domain, North Trinidad, Central, South, and I brought them on the platform now, and I'm reselling them for part cash and part cryptocurrency. Why am I selling for cryptocurrency, people might ask? Because cryptocurrency represents the next digital asset that the world has to offer. It makes money faster than cocaine, marijuana, and all illicit activities come together, which I don't want to partake of. So I choose this vehicle as a medium to take me forward and to help me create generational wealth for my sons that are coming after me.
Yes, you said something important there, that you wanted to meet the needs of your community.
Yeah.
Why is that important as opposed to, well, boy, I looking to make a 2 million in the next 4 years. Why that community thing? How important was that?
So fundamentally, most people believe that business is just about making money. But business is really about meeting needs in your community. Your business has to have a purpose. If your purpose is just making money, then you fail. Right? What I do as a merchant, I seek to bring quality items to my buyers, to my customers. The reason being is that, listen, once it is that you bring a proper product to the marketplace, or you give people a proper service, you are going to be assured of continued business, right? Because people never forget the way you make them feel. You know, sometimes we go through different stores and we make purchases, and you know, the store clerk goes the distance with you. They walk you through the process, they make recommendations, and you appreciate that. You know, your money might be small, but they don't make you feel less than. You know, they treat you like you are $1 million customer. And business people need to remember that all the time. Because you know what happens? People change lanes in life. The person who might be hand to mouth today could be the next multimillionaire tomorrow. And that person, just like Joseph went through his prison experience, and you know, somebody remembered him and gave him a call up. In the same way, you as a business person meeting the needs of your community, you know, putting your best foot forward all the time, advising them is not just about you making a dollar, because you want to know that you advise the customer to get the item for the right fit, not because the job is going to overrun or the cost is going to overrun by a few $100 that you're going to pocket. You know, you will advise the customer badly. You know, always remember, life is about energy and intentions. And once you put a deceitful intention out there, bet your bottom dollar is gonna come back to you. So, as I said before, business is about fulfilling purpose, not just about making money. And the more people you help satisfy and make happy in life, brother, sister, your life is going to be happy. Trust me. So good seeds, folks. Good seeds.
Nice man. Right, so what items you have that people could acquire to make themselves happy? you don't even mention the whole 250 of them. Just a few to give us an idea of.
Right.
Harriet said
So,
customer service is very important, especially when quality products follow. Definitely, Harriet, you're on point.
of course,
You on
of
point.
course. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So what I have right now in terms of items, as you showcase, I have the Nano Combo. So that is a nano size sanitizer gun, and it comes with a gallon of liquid sanitizer of your choice. So we have scents such as cherry, we have fresh linen, we have lavender, which Eric is showcasing there, and we have lemon, right? And that now, the liquid that is utilized in that gun kills all bacteria within a 10 to 30-second time frame, and the protection lasts for up to 12 hours. So to beat any bacteria on any given surface, you could be able to utilize that. Those combos go for a total of $550. If you're in the One Life community, however, you can spend $425 plus an additional $125 in ones as cryptocurrency. So outside of the community, the price is $550 for the combo. Inside of the community is $425 plus $125 in cryptocurrency. So if you have a friend who is in the network, you could probably ask them to sponsor the 125 and you just pay the 425, or join the community and benefit, because what you're going to actually have is the next digital asset that is appreciating as people begin to understand the true nature of cryptocurrency and what it could do. You have the ability to own that. And as time grows and as the usability grows, you're going to have an asset that's likened to a literal money tree, where you can be able to spend a portion now, and the balance as the network and the usability and the education grows about the commodity, that value, that buying power is going to increase with time. You know, so it's a lesson in economics, it's a lesson in usability, it's a lesson in value.
Nice. So, Mr. Cadiz, on the chuck a little fire. On the chuck a little fire, yeah.
Chuck them on,
Chuck your fire, man. Chuck your fire, man.
So would you say that with Your
Alright,
business. Don't
hold the gas, hold the gas, hold the gas, hold the gas.
pull it back.
Yeah, Rubber Dub Dub inside.
Yes, good evening, good evening.
Good night, good night.
Good night.
I was saying, you talk about a motorbike just now. At a point I wanted to impose a motorbike, right?
Yeah.
And the duty was about 35%.
Wow.
How do you work that out? Because when I check this same motorbike in other countries, Barbados and Venezuela, is much cheaper.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like they come and they want motorbike to come in Trinidad.
All right. So I'll elaborate
against
on that.
motorbike.
Yeah.
No, they're not against motorbikes.
What's the average import duty for motorbike?
Right. So it's not standard. It's not standard across the
Thanks,
globe, Kola.
Yeah.
It varies. Yes, we're hearing you. So listen to us off here. Listen to us off here.
Kola, you hearing Mr. Cadiz?
No.
Okay, I don't
No.
understand why. Yeah, he said no.
Yeah, I went down a bit in volume.
No, it's not. I don't think the problem is you because they was having the same issue with Alistair. They're hearing me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for some reason they're not hearing you guys.
No.
So, all right, caller, I will try to relay the information as Mr. Katie said.
Right. So
Okay,
Eric, you're my
all right.
interpreter.
Right.
All right. So callers from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, tariffs vary. So something that might attract duty here in Trinidad and Tobago, something happened there, Eric, just now.
Yeah, I heard. I know. I'm trying to figure out what is happening. Go ahead.
Yeah. So from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, tariffs vary. Right here in the Caribbean, if it is that something is manufactured in the Caribbean, we would carry a CARICOM rate of duty. Or in some cases, items coming in from different CARICOM countries will get preferential treatment and they might carry no duty. Right? So it varies. An economy like North America that does a lot of trade, they are not like Trinidad and Tobago, so they have open borders. Their government doesn't concentrate so much on import taxes, right? They might have consumer taxes at the point of sale, right? But they don't concentrate largely on import duty like we do in the Caribbean. So our government gains a lot of revenue from imported goods because we have foreign tastes. So they just naturally take advantage of that, and as a byproduct, they make a markup on your foreign taste. So this is why it's important for us to acquire local tastes and support our local economy. It just makes sense to me.
Well, I want to challenge that slightly. Yeah, I agree with the last part about supporting our local economy and local business and so on. But the thing is too, it's not just local taste, because the thing is a lot of things we can get locally. For instance, go back to the same motorbike. That's not just about local taste. That is an item that we don't have. We have no other choice really.
Right, there's no manufacturing sector for it here.
Yeah, because when you pay for it here or pay for it there. So it's not so much the taste in this case, but there are other factors
Let me say something here, right? And I want to speak to the Gael community and I want to speak to the nations because, we take a lot of things for granted. There was one time I had an outing down to South and I happened upon a doubles man in New Grant. And bro, this guy blew my mind, he and his partner. Because these guys are there making doubles and things, but in the meantime I hear them talking, but they're talking a particular jargon. And when I really locked into the conversation, these guys talking about Forex. Only to have a conversation with them and realize that the guy who's selling the doubles and his partner are traders, Forex traders. And they actually built an algorithm that was trading for them while they were selling doubles out the road. So come out the road, they make money. They go inside, they make money. And so, listen, Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, listen, guys, we need to start to become innovative because let's face it, here what's going on. China has now become the world's manufacturing sector, right? And so we allow them, we give them that room to do that. And so everything is coming from China, so much that there's a bottleneck now happening all across the globe. Guys, don't give up your economic power, right? Be knowledgeable in your sphere of influence, whatever the creator has put passion in you for, whether it be customs and excise, science, health, innovation, technology. Come out with your idea, birth ideas, bring things to the fore, right? Because we want to add value to our country, we want to add value to our community. But if we're not producing anything, then basically we're depending on other people to meet our needs. And of course, people, when people are in control, they don't really have your best interest at heart. So I'm begging my people to become empowered, just like how we could have these guys and them building an algorithm for themselves in Uganda, trading forex while they're making doubles, right? I don't know what innovation you're into. I don't know what's your sphere of influence, but whatever the creator has put on your heart to do it and do it with all your might, because this is a time to advance and be recognized.
Nice.
Cool.
So before the caller call.
Oh yeah, chuck fire.
Before the caller call. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you what you're saying. We need to be innovative.
Yeah.
You know, you need to follow your passion sometimes and just do what, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, not we have to be realistic at the same time, because not everybody might have that vision, you know. But I don't think it's a excuse to use to rip off people if you want to put it that way.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I spoke to that already. In
Yeah,
terms
I
of
know.
energy and intention.
Yeah. But
And
not
some
on your
people
part, eh? Not rip off on your
understood.
part, eh? Yeah. I mean, in the whole aspect of when it comes to merchandising, because yourself as a merchandiser, you too have to pay your taxes. You bring in your stuff, and this is where I was going to choke the fire, right? What is the difference between little people merchandising, bringing in stuff, and me, Alistair, who have a little small thing and want to bring in stuff the same way, but I don't possess the knowledge that Derwayne Cadiz possess.
All right. Well, this is where you have to seek out a service provider. One, or get educated yourself, right? Because not because you're not a part of the fraternity means that you cannot gain knowledge. Knowledge is there to be gained.
Right.
If you ask a question, you'll get an answer. Most people in our fraternity are very helpful, very knowledgeable. They share information, right? Because they are basically trying to give you a service experience. As I said before, they won't forget how you made them feel, right? And if you go the distance with a client or a customer and give them that good customer service, advise them, don't take advantage of their ignorance, inform them too. Show them the ropes so that nobody can BS them, somewhere down the line. They understand the channels, they're familiar. You school them, so they know, hey, Cadiz tell me about this already, So what this guy saying, and answer a question, I love the acid test. I tell people who have come to me in the past, listen, go out there, do your research, compare, talk to the other guy and see what you're saying, because a lot of people, they like to treat our vocation as a hustle. And we're not a hustle. We're proficient in what we do. We've spent the amount of hours to perfect our craft. We've built relationships, and a lot of times too, it boils down to relationship, right?
Yeah.
One person to another, and somebody may do something for you that they would not do for someone else based on your relationship, right? And that relationship didn't come just like that. You have to build character. You have to have proper standing in the community. You understand? You can't be known as a bubble man. Listen, nobody
A bubble
wants to
man,
come.
boy.
Yeah. Nobody
A
wants to
bubble.
come.
Hey, see that customs man there? He's a bubble man.
Yeah.
Nobody.
What?
He on bubble. You know, let me hear somebody say that. He on bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble, he like.
Well, you know, we had
But
to
I mean,
bring it real. It's a guy from
yeah, I like the fact that you explain a lot tonight. A lot of stuff that I didn't um, privy myself to that knowledge, and now it's brought to the forefront. So now I understand the difference between the custom broker, the customs officer. You know, well, I know the business. I know you had the business for a while now. It's good to see you still going strong with the business within the One Life fraternity. And now, well, seeing that you're on Rubber Dubber show, well, you have an next 70,000 people just hear about your business in the last 45 minutes. So, so you're good to go. So hopefully we will see some you know, from little people, and you know,
well, these days are looking to transcend, you know, looking to transcend, and certain people are showing up for show and things. So you know, people can get bored. So make them know. Make them know things can happen.
I hope they're watching. I hope they're watching now. Let's take this one. Rubber Dub inside. Final caller for the night.
Okay, great. Calling back again. One second, let's go with TV.
Caller, you have to turn on the TV before, man.
Yeah. Yes, caller.
Go ahead. You hear?
Hello?
Where the TV is? You have a remote? What trouble is this?
Hello?
That's sweet.
I hear William tonight, boy. William, I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you, boy.
Yes,
yeah,
caller.
go ahead, sir.
Yeah, okay, I'll call him back. Yeah, man. Next thing, I do the key business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've come from Panama, go to Miami and buy key and thing. Actually, you see, so they charge and month and key. The next one, I go to New York. I buy my keys. Come over here. Man, charge me. You have few keys. Not that many keys. Well, I have probably a few thousand keys, right?
Mm-hmm.
More hundred than thousand. Man, charge me $1,200. $1,200. What the hell is this? Man, tell I'm done with duty and keys. I had no money. Got to call people. Somebody will come to the airport and bring some money for me.
Yeah.
So, the next time I went away, went to Venezuela, buy some keys. The man charged me next to nothing.
Yeah, no man.
So like they have no fixed rule. They have no booking, man ain't going no book. They say, well, X amount for keys.
Yeah.
He take all the bag he had. I don't know how that will go.
But
Right.
listen,
Okay.
if it is here,
Thank you.
if you import something, caller, the onus is on you to understand what you're importing, find out about your tax regime, how much taxes you're supposed to pay on the item, because basically you're safeguarding your own interests. So that's why it's important. And here what's happening. People profit on ignorance. Bottom line. People profit on ignorance. That is why it's said that we ought to seek knowledge continually, because the more you know is the less you can be taken advantage of. All right, callers. So
I wonder,
thanks for having me.
Before you close off, I want to ask something to close off. But I think we definitely need to do our next session with this and hopefully get a customs officer.
Yeah, Derwayne will bring one of his friends.
No, this is serious because I could vouch for what that caller said. I remember purchasing a particular item.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it from the store. Online thing, Skybox, blah, 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 blah. Not Skybox. This one came through, not
Korea, not
Skybox,
Korea.
but yeah, direct.
UPS,
One of them.
DHL, yeah.
Yeah.
Door to door.
Right? Paid one figure.
Mm-hmm.
Less than a
Same
month, I
item.
bought the same item from the same place, paid a totally different sum. And I started as the same thing, but if there's a category, based on the category, there's a certain percentage. So how come I'm paying two different figures? Same
Correct.
item
And
from the
shouldn't
same
be.
place, same shipping, same location, same destination. Why am I end up paying it two totally different? And I'm talking about something close to probably like about $80 difference between the two. I said something had to be wrong.
Correct.
Because if there's a system and you calculate based on certain figures, you're supposed to get the same thing over and over and over. That means somewhere along the line, somebody doing their own thing, and that's the point the college tried to make, and that's something I think we need to talk about. Because my first thought was, okay, this happened to me. What redress do I have?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How I handle.
But this is why
documentation
is so important, because it basically establishes evidence, it establishes precedent. So when having any business dealings, keep your documents, keep copies. If you know that the ink is going to fade, make a copy.
Yeah. But in a case like that, is there any way I could have challenged that? Or I just had to live with
why
that?
not? Why not? If it is that a service provider gave you an undertaking a month before and 1 month after, your charges went up exorbitantly. Definitely, you have to call. You have to take them to task and ask for accountability. Here, hey.
Well, that's the next side we definitely had to get into.
Yeah, accountability.
So, Harriet, thanks again. Yes, great show. Definitely, we had to have Mr. Cadiz come in.
And he will bring one of his friends.
Now, he really, really shed some light on this whole thing, because there were some things I knew of because of where I used to work before, of course. So I'm aware of certain customs. But you talk some things today like what? Like this is a whole new world. Yeah, and I think this is information.
You see the callers. The callers actually thought he were a customs officer. So it was they were ready to rip
run up my chest.
them ready to them seeing a nice juicy piece of meat there, customs officer. So you go bring one of your friends. Bring one of your friends. We ain't gonna be too hard on them.
Yeah. So folks, we know the conversation did not go the way you would have hoped. It didn't go the way we were planning either. But the information was coming out. It was very valuable information, because we talk about merchandising, we talk about spending your money thing. This is important things to know.
Yeah.
These are important
because you have to
things
get your goods from somewhere.
Exactly.
Goods, most of the time, let me say 75% of the time is outside.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you're doing local stuff. But most of the people I know who do business just like you, they bring in stuff. They import stuff.
Most people start small. They just they would buy buybacks, and then eventually once a capital get big enough, you want to go straight to the source and cut that middleman and increase your profit margin. It's only natural.
Cut out the customs office.
So guys, Mr. Cadiz,
custom broker.
1-868-470-9859. 1-868, of course, that's Trinidad. 470-9859. So if something you didn't get to hear about tonight, reach out to the gentleman. He's very amenable. He's easy to get access to, and he's very open to discussing things, your business. Of course, as you know, we have two things. Basically, he has some products on sale which he didn't get to go into, but he also has the customs brokerage, so he can assist you to get your own products, set your own business up, and all that kind of thing. So it's a win-win for you, and you take it. So, Cadiz,
any handles? Facebook handles, Instagram.
Well, I know pseudonym, so it's Derwayne Cadiz on Facebook.
Oh, the
Instagram.
business doesn't have a page, no business page as yet.
No, I haven't established a page as yet. Yeah, so I'm working on that. Hopefully, come 2022,
Just
I'll
on
be
Deal
up
Shaker.
there official. Yeah, just on
Yeah.
Deal Shaker for now.
And for those who wanted to go and check it out, just go on dealshaker.com, dealshaker.com, and you could go through and see Mr. Cadiz stuff as well as some other people, and just get a sense of what is
See
there.
where the world is going. See where the world
Yeah.
has gone, and where you need to be.
Tonight was a very informative night. Very informative.
Yes.
So.
Well, I think we overstay. We welcome.
Yeah, boy. By 7 minutes.
About 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But what we have to finish off tonight?
I'll just run a little piece of tune then for
Well, all right.
and close.
You know
up.
the
So
people
folks,
that like to laugh.
Yeah. Oh, go on that one. This one, not laugh, but a nice vibe. So,
Well,
folks, next week please
Until
go.
next week.
See you. Hopefully we'll have topper number 3 here. We go deal with that. We're gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
TV
Let him know I want
TV mommy, call him and talk to him.
Yeah, I'm on Viney for your position.
Oh God, look trouble now. Look trouble
All right,
now.
folks. Have a good one. We out.
Blessed.
Come on, gonna share some love tonight now. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Oh, nah, yeah, I said love is coming back, shining like a star. No matter where you are, I know love is always shining. And I got to let you know, what tell it to the world. It's when you know that love has gone and finally found a way. It's when you know it's love we've learned to share and learn today. It's how you know that we have found our ways to work things out. It's when you know that peace will reign and there will be no doubt, no doubt. A day you'll never have to feel so lonely. Sons and daughters become kings and queens, yeah. Mothers no more have to hold their heads and cry. Ooh, yeah. That time you know the sun is always shining. Once again we gon' be bumping, grinding. Don't ever have to fear to walk the streets at night. That's when you know the love